Guys, welcome back to another episode of Pretty Psycho Podcast. I'm your host, Nav. To my left, I have my co-host,
Tracy, and in front of me...
I'm sorry. Wait. Now, carry on.
All right, so basically, we have the amazing Karan in front of us here. He is the...
Karan.
Bro, I love it.
He is the creator of Just Juice podcast, a podcast that we were on before. And now we've come back for another little collaboration. And who do we have here? Now?
What do we have
I
here?
said, what do we have here?
What do we have here?
All right, Jojo.
Can you stop making me laugh? Why is this? Shall we start again?
No. Leave this as the intro. This
Nah,
is funny.
okay.
This is a great intro. Carry on. Let it flow.
In front of me, I have my good friend, Ajay.
Ajay.
Who's Ajay?
From Faded London. Who he likes to be called AJ, but we're going to call him Ajay because I know it annoys him.
It's AJ.
Okay,
That's it.
we have
Ajay.
AJ from Faded London. Say hi,
That's
AJ.
it. Hi, everyone.
A little bit more than that, no?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, you.
I know exactly what he was going to say.
Nah, I wasn't even going to finish
Hello,
it.
you little...
Nah, don't even.
Disappointment.
Disappointment.
So we today have decided to do a little therapy session.
Much needed.
Because it is much needed in this day and age. You know, people our age don't talk about how they feel. And I think we think...
Why are you sweating?
I'm not, man. We think it's important to talk about how you feel because that is important.
It's very important.
So we've written a couple questions down and we're going to ask these two. If they want, they're going to be asking us questions as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not answering them as well, you know.
We're going to
Yeah,
answer
we'll
them
answer
as
them
well.
too.
We will. And then for part 2, make sure you watch Just Juice podcast because that will also have a part 2 therapy
You know, we have
session.
so much trauma, guys, that we need 2 sessions for this therapy session.
Two.
Not all
We
of
might
us have
need
trauma.
more.
Two.
We might need more. Tell us if you want more.
What did the trauma make you guys an hour late?
Trauma did make us
Yeah, it did. We was actually crying prior to this. Like, we was very upset.
Yeah, we were listening
Or
to
getting your
So
fucking-
Sick
or
by
getting your nails
Neo. We
painted.
were listening to
Huh?
So
Or
Sick
getting
by
your nails
Neo.
painted.
Yeah, they look cute though. So
Yes, look, I got a heart on mine. But the lady did 2 hearts instead of 1. I asked her for 1, but she did 2. But it's okay. We forgive her.
we do.
We forgive
Lady,
her.
we forgive you. It's
We
okay.
forgive you.
2's better than 1.
True. 2 is always better
Yeah.
than 1. Right. So, first question.
Okay. Guys. Let's see. Do you know what? I won't give you a deep one to begin with. Let me give you something easy. Wait. Okay. Do you guys think, yeah, it could be in a relationship, it could be with friends, it could be with life in general. Do you think you self-sabotage?
Nah. I wouldn't say so, nah.
No?
Nah, then you're just creating a monster inside you.
Yeah, but you know,
Because if you can do it once, if you do it
sometimes-
once, you'll do it again, and you'll do it to anyone.
What do you mean?
Because if you do it to someone and it works,
No,
then-
like to yourself. No, not with anyone else. I mean to yourself. Do you
What mean?
self-sabotage yourself?
Elaborate.
Okay, I don't know. Let me give you an example, yeah. Say you go gym 6 times a week, yeah, for example. You might self-sabotage and be like, okay, no, I'm too tired. Or no, I've got this thing to do. I've got that thing to do. That self-sabotages you in the long run.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I do.
Or even with
you
a
don't-
relationship, yeah. If you're in a relationship, it's going good. You'll be like, no, she's doing this behind my back. No, that's happening. You know, sometimes your brain...
Not
Go
even
on.
just that, to be fair. If you're in a relationship, it's like it's going too good. You create arguments for no reason. Like you
Yeah.
start.
Like, you
and
start,
arguing
that's
for
that's
one-
just
That is
fuck.
no. That is not psycho.
It's not psycho,
That is
it's
self-sabotage.
psycho.
I'm
You
sorry,
know,
it's
going so
sometimes
good. Why are
people
you
get-
creating arguments?
Because
Because
hear
people
what we have
self-sabotage.
sabotage. You know when you see something that is so good and you're thinking, there's no way this person's treating me that nicely. There's no way they're treating me. They're bringing me what I need. They're giving me what I need, like flowers or reassurance or
You
whatever.
don't believe it's going to be true. You think it's all
Yeah,
like...
and then you
it's
do
too
something.
good to be true, basically.
It's
Do you know
almost
what I
like
mean?
you hurt them so they don't hurt you type
Yeah.
of thing. That's
Alright, so-
self-sabotage as well.
I'm gonna say something. So if someone feels like that and they do something like that, I can tell you the root of it straight away. It's their childhood trauma.
It's very interesting because
Do you know what? It's good because we've got some juicy
yeah,
questions
we've
in
got
here
some.
today.
juicy-
So...
It is, to be fair, it is like
makes
when
That's all.
years.
That's all got to do with their
Or
childhood
it's
trauma.
either that or past. If it's a relationship, it's past.
relationship.
Yeah.
It could be
experience
that.
with
It
the
could be
relationship.
that.
You know,
as
we're
well.
also hurt.
Yeah.
We're just projecting at this
We
point,
are
guys. But
just
we'll get onto that
projecting.
anyways. We'll get onto that. So,
How hurt
what
are
do
you?
you?
I'm alright. I'm good now.
So, what do you have to answer for that? Do you self-sabotage?
Do you
or not?
self-sabotage?
Nah, I
Nah?
don't. Nah,
I
Oh,
wouldn't
look,
say
we
I
got
do.
a couple healthy kings between us
Tracy,
here.
do you self-sabotage?
I absolutely self-sabotage.
I absolutely do too.
Absolutely self-sabotage. When I see something
You know
good,
it happens
I'm running
without
away.
me
I'm
even
running
knowing
away.
though, and you know that.
It does. Like when you know what? She can spot it with me and I can spot it with her. It's very weird because it's like,
Yeah.
I see her talking about like, I don't know if I can do this, and I'm like, you can. You're self-sabotaging here yourself. And she does the same thing with me. I think you two low-key do it as well. You just low-key don't want to admit
Nah.
it. So
Nah, I wouldn't say
Look
so.
at AJ, he's like,
he's like, nah. But were you not heartbroken in the last episode? We have to just
Was
I've been broke so many
Nah,
times.
we wasn't heartbroken in the last
Nah.
episode. Nah, we
Heartbroken
were
was
talking
that?
about it, yeah, but we weren't heartbroken. I ain't been
Oh,
heartbroken
look
in
at
a
the
long
boys
time.
sticking
the
together.
Gwizzle and the
Yeah,
girls
come on,
together
bro.
too.
Nah,
I got you.
I'll tell you straight. He's a simp.
That's cute. That's cute. He's calling you a simp. He's calling
You
you
are a
out.
simp. Bruv, you know you're a simp.
To be fair,
Since when?
Can I say something?
Since the last
It's not a
episode,
bad
bro.
person being
What
honest.
happened in the
Last
Never
episode,
mind.
Sims versus Lover Boys.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm a well-established lover boy, man.
it's a good
Well
thing. It's not a
established.
bad
Real and
thing.
established. Yeah, he's
The
real
playlist,
and
guys,
established.
go listen to his playlist as well. Yeah.
I'll get references. I'll get references,
Right.
bro.
Okay, so do you think you self-sabotage now?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've already said yes. I absolutely do. I don't mean to. It just
happens,
you know.
man. Okay, now moving
do?
on, yeah, from that question, Karen, you mentioned childhood trauma.
You know his
Karen.
name's not actually that. It's
Karen.
Karen. It's Karen.
Karen, okay.
I
It's
was
not
taking
Karen.
the
It's
piss.
not Karen,
Karen.
bro.
What is it? It's
It's Karen.
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 Listen, we're not gonna say her learn names, okay?
Karen, yeah. Karen. Like
Karen.
Bro,
Karen.
dead joke. Carry on, bro.
Right, you mentioned childhood trauma, right?
He's
Or
on
like
smoke
childhood
today.
upbringing or whatever. So the next question we've got is, do you think that your childhood experiences shape you as a person? Is it more nature versus nurture, or is it
Nature versus what?
nature versus nurture? So your
What's
upbringing.
nurture?
Nurture is your upbringing, your childhood, the way you're brought up. And nature is more like where you're growing up, where like just your environment that you're in.
It can
Do
be
you
both.
feel like your childhood, forget nature for a second, do you think that your childhood shapes you as a person? And if so, why?
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
How so?
Because that's all you know, innit?
That's true. So do you think if I grew up, for example, like, I don't know, learning that
You might be doing something wrong, but you won't know what's right because you weren't.
that's
brought
all
up
you
that way.
know? Okay, yeah. So like if for example, if I have kids in the future and I think it's okay to beat them because, I don't know, I was beaten as a child or whatever, do you think that's something that would shape me? Or do you think I could be like, no, I was beaten as a child, I'm not going to beat my kids? What do you think?
That just goes back to like how you are as a person, innit?
It depends on how you
Character
changes when you
flaws,
grow
might
up.
just
So do you think
be
you
an
can stray
arsehole and
away
be like,
from...
you're getting what I'm getting. innit?
Yeah. 100%, bro.
It's
Bro,
a
my
both
mum used to
thing
beat the
though,
shit
innit?
out of me, bro.
It is, yeah.
I think it goes two ways. If you get beaten up as a child, you're either gonna beat your kid up or you're gonna be like, no, that was
Yeah.
wrong. I'm never gonna touch my kid. Period.
Yeah, I
You're
wouldn't.
either
I
gonna go
wouldn't.
one or the other way. Don't you think?
Yeah, I wouldn't lay
I
hands
don't
on my
think
kids.
there's any other way. That was actually one of our questions as well. Do you think it's okay for parents to discipline their children by beating?
Ooh.
In this day and age now. Obviously, it was a thing, but
Like,
gotta move with the times now,
so
innit?
you're saying no.
You can't do
what
that
are you
now.
saying?
You
I
get
feel like
back.
back in the day it was quite normal, but now I wouldn't.
And
So
would
would
you
you
do
say
it?
you wouldn't beat your
Bro,
child?
imagine your kid sues you, bro.
No, forget
Susie.
about all of that. Forget about all of that.
of
for now.
that.
Would you do it
You're
yourself though?
fucking-
You'd be like, bro, you hit me.
Would you do it?
Nah,
your
I
child?
wouldn't. I wouldn't
What
touch
about you,
my child.
AJ? Not at all. Period.
Nah.
Really?
I would never lay hands on my
That's
family, man.
crazy.
It depends.
Do you know what it is? I think growing up, obviously we've all grown up in ethnic minority households, everyone here, and I think growing up, ethnically speaking, like it's correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but your parents would hit you if you do the occasional thing, or like they would be on you low key.
I was one out of 4 children that got away with it. So
Well, you're
didn't get
a very
beat?
lucky person. I'm the oldest of 5, so
I
So you
mean,
got all
I
of
got
it.
it all. But I'm saying, I think when I was in that situation, I was thinking to myself, like, there's no, like, this is child abuse. Oh my God, this is bad. But you know, now growing up, and especially
did
getting
you
to the
actually
age,
think that?
I thought it was child abuse. So when I came to
can't
this
lie, I
country,
thought
yeah,
it
but
was
that's
normal.
When I
that's
used
down
to
to
live
what your
back in
school was
Egypt-
teaching you.
No,
Your,
no, I
didn't
your
think
school
that.
was
Period,
teaching
when
you.
I
Yo,
used to live in
your
Egypt,
parents
I
smack
never
you
used
up
to
and
think
that. Let us
that.
know.
You know, living in Egypt, beating your child is normal. But you know, when you come here and they're all like child protection, I think for me, you grew up here and you were born here. I wasn't born here, so for me, it was like coming from an environment that's so like. Again, like beating your children and it's fine, and like my dad's telling me he was beating, my mom's telling me she was beating. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm beat. Like everyone's getting beat up. It's like you come to something like this and you're thinking to yourself, oh, there's things like Childline, there's things like police, like you can contact, and it's like I think back then I always thought like this is really bad. Like I shouldn't be getting abused, or I'm not gonna say abused because I can't lie. Everything my parents did was for a reason, but. Shout out to my parents. But at the same time, growing up as well is kind of like, now that I'm older and I'm getting to an age where I could have children, I'm like, if my child almost put their hand on an ironing board while it was hot, I would beat them. If my child ran
Nah,
away
that's
in
a bit
Westfield,
Why would you beat him up?
I
I'd be
would
like,
beat
bro.
them.
Is that what you used to do as a kid?
I mean, there
Like-
was one time where I almost
She's
put
like,
my
oh,
hand on
Yeah, but
an
what's-
ironing
I-
board. But again, it's not for extreme things because I think as well,
So what,
culturally.
Mom? You made me mad. Ironing board, boom. Like, is that how it went?
No, it's more like the child obviously doesn't know it's a bad thing, and you're telling them it's a bad thing, and they do it anyway. Like I experienced it with my little brother as well.
I mean-
you've been there when I've told him don't do this, don't
Yeah.
do this, and he does it, and he gets hurt, and it's
Sorry.
Minor, make sure we keep that in there.
and he does it,
So
and he
Lucas
gets
said, so Lucas
hurt, and as a result of getting hurt, obviously him getting beaten up is better than him getting hurt the way he was hurt. Do you get what I mean? It's you weigh up the pros and the cons, and I do think it is important to discipline your children in a way where you're
Yeah, but
not,
it needs
you're
to be
not-
in a certain way,
Yeah, but if you're
it needs to be
disciplining them-
proportional to what they're doing. You can't just go ham, start beating your kid just because I don't know.
Yeah, but to
the
be
house is
honest,
dirty,
did you?
know what I
Okay,
mean?
did you get? Okay, it depends. Yeah, how you got beaten up as a child.
We're not gonna
What
talk
kind
about that.
Okay, because you know,
Flip-flops,
like, look, I was
broom.
born here as well. If my mom obviously used to beat me up for little things,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
I didn't think like, oh my god, child abuse. It's normal, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
for
like,
things
this is
that
how
you
we get
actually-
disciplined in
But I think
our culture, I guess.
however, if my child is doing something that is like, for example, my brother used to, when I took him to Westfield, he used to like hide between the aisles. You know, when I found him, I used to go ham on him because that's something I was scared he got kidnapped or something. So that's something that, and God forbid, while he was hiding between those aisles or whatever, and someone found him and took him, you don't know. Do you
Yeah.
get what I mean? So things like that, I would absolutely be my kids.
I think it goes
Yeah,
one
but
or
I
two
wouldn't. I
ways
wouldn't
again,
beat
though.
my child for that though.
You wouldn't go ham, like cause bruises and stuff, but you give them one,
Imagine
two
you're in
slaps.
little Primark, you see
But you
Tracy
know you can
going
do-
to town
Okay,
on
not a
on
pram. That's too young.
Yeah,
That's
but
too
you
young.
can.
I say in Primark, you're in
Talk to them
Primark.
as well.
You just see Tracy like just
I don't
smacking
think
the
that's a
shit
reason
out
for
of
beating,
though.
though. I don't think that's a reason for beating. You can talk to them about something like that.
But you know him.
You could
know
talk
Yeah,
about
but Timmy,
everything.
yeah,
Some
but
kids
Timmy,
don't
yeah, but
listen.
some
Some
kids
kids-
don't
I-
listen. But
I
do you
as a
think they're
child
gonna
don't
listen by
listen.
beating? Some kids take that the wrong way. Some
No,
kids
but
will
there's
listen.
also things that I would never do now because I was beaten for as a child. There are
That's
things
what I'm
that I
saying,
would
it
never
goes
do.
one.
Alright,
or
so the
two
thing is, so
ways.
basically, imagine you do that to your child now, yeah, and that child is now your age, and imagine that child doesn't hit that maturity level where that person is like, okay, my mom beat the shit out of me when I was young.
So
I'm
gonna do it
not
now.
I'm not gonna do that. But imagine that person thinks, you know what? If my mom did it to me, it's normal. I'm just gonna do it to my child, and then now you're just creating
It's
a
true.
whole
But I think
generational.
that's why I would, and this is something I think I've always
True.
said to you as well. I want my kid to come and talk to me. Like if I've hurt you in any way, or if I've slapped you 1-2 slaps, whatever, come and chat to me about it. Like I can have that conversation with my child, whereas I didn't really have that growing up with my parents. Now I have that with my parents
Yeah,
as
but
an
he
adult.
might, your
but-
child might not speak to you thinking he's gonna
Exactly,
get beat
because
again.
you've beaten him
Yeah,
up.
but
Exactly.
I'm gonna
That's-
go talk to my
that's
child.
traumatizing.
How can you
I'm
beat
gonna go
your
talk to my
child up, yeah, and then be like, yo, yeah, come speak to me afterwards? You
Yeah,
can't
but
do that,
I'm
Tracy.
gonna talk to my child, as in I'm gonna go listen. Like even with my little brother now, like when I say discipline him, he is 9.
Yeah, but
he's
you know
grown
it's
up.
different though, yeah. But
Of
he's still
course
your
it's
sibling.
different.
He's still
my
sibling, innit?
Yeah, but it's
Kid
like
is different.
if I was to hit my brother in any way, even now I see myself making the active effort to go to him and
Yeah,
be
but
like,
Tracy,
listen, this
you know
is
how
why I did
different
it.
that is to your actual
Of
kid.
course, it's different to your actual.
If
kid.
you beat your kid up, yeah, look.
I'm
Think
not
about
gonna
this.
Bro, one
go
day
out
he's
with
gonna
my
grow
kid,
up
I'm
and
not gonna
smoke
pick
you.
up- Like pick up a stick and start banging my child. I'll just give them one.
Have you
2 slaps
noticed?
on my
Yeah,
hand.
every podcast, it's always Tracy that goes against the topic. Even
Why
last
am I
time,
against the topic? I'm
'cause,
not.
bro,
I just have-
last time we were like, is it okay to cheat on your partner? You were like, if you're drunk.
I didn't say if you're drunk. I said it can happen if you are in a position where you are not sober. I didn't say it's okay.
It's
I'm
not
just saying
okay.
It's not under
It's not
any
an
circumstances.
excuse.
Yes,
It's not an excuse. It's not okay, and I don't condone that. I don't know about her.
I don't know why we're talking about this. Honestly,
No, I'm just
we are supposed
reminding
to be
you,
talking
innit?
about childhood trauma, but whatever. it's
Okay, I
fine.
think we're all on the same page. But Tracy, so let's move on from that one.
Ask them
Okay.
the question.
Guys.
Mm.
Okay, you two. That one
Okay.
and that one over there.
Okay.
Think about your most traumatic experience you've ever had.
You don't have
Regarding
to say it.
anything.
You don't have to say
Anything,
it.
yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think you've healed from it?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, he was very quick. Why do you not think you healed from it?
Wait.
Oh,
You don't
sorry.
probably
let
know
Karen
what
answer
I'm
too.
thinking about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking about.
I'll say yes and no.
Yes or no? Okay, cool.
Yes and no.
So AJ, I'm gonna go back to you quickly. Okay, why have you not healed from it? If you want to talk about it. If you don't, then we don't have to talk about it.
I don't mind talking about it, but I don't know. I just don't think I ever will.
I understand that though. That's actually fair
Some
enough.
things you
'cause
just don't heal from, innit?
Time, you know how people
It might
say.
get easier, but you'll never heal.
Nah,
innit?
I always
It's
say that
true.
time does not heal wounds, but it gets easier on it over
Yeah.
time. But it
You
will
just learn
never
how to
go
deal
away.
with it.
Yeah, it will never go away though.
Why do you
That is
think
a serious
yes
one.
and no?
I'm not gonna say what it was, but I can say what happened. Kind of, I was put in like a life-threatening situation. It made me fear a lot of things after, but then growing up and maturing, I've become kind of almost fearless. So that's why I'm a bit of a yes and no.
Yeah, so it's
Because
kind of
if I ever get put in that same situation again, my fear would just come back straight away.
yeah, but I think that's normal to be
That's fair
If
enough
you-
though.
Yeah, if you've gone through something.
In
and-
a nutshell, I got held at gunpoint. That's it. I'm not saying anything else.
I think something like that is like naturally, obviously, the fear is going to come back regardless because if you haven't dealt with it, it will come back. However, it's like more like it also, you can also think of it like I was held at gunpoint. So now I can actually take anything because that happened to me. So now I can do anything.
Yeah.
But then when you're put back into that situation because you haven't actually processed or dealt with it, you naturally just
100%.
react so badly. You're frozen again. It's like one of them things where it's like you can't.
Do you think you've dealt with it though to some extent? Like, or
Kind
did
of.
you just kind of
Go
like
to a
when it
shooting
happened, you
range,
blocked
bro.
it
Let-
I
out?
did. Bro, I went in Budapest and shot a sniper rifle, bro. That
But
put
do you think like
that put some hair on my chest, you know. I was like, yeah, saying that. I was
Put
like,
some
bro,
hair on your chest.
I was like, listen, I was
How
like, if you
many
wanna come
hairs
back,
can you
if
count?
you wanna come back and pull up on me again, bro.
More than 3.
You wanna come back and pull on me again, bro? I got a sniper.
Oh, that's where we're going next. We're going to Budapest.
Listen, go to the
Gang.
shooting range. Go to the shooting range, yeah. I'll put you lot
Shall
on,
we
yeah.
do that?
There's a sniper called a 50 cal sniper, yeah. But the bullets are like this big.
Allah!
Yeah, the bullets are like
They
that
can
big.
go through.
I'll be honest with you.
That's on the
I'll be honest
side,
with
you
you.
know?
If you shoot it, you'll probably go flying.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, bruv. I had a fat bruise right there.
It's got
From
power.
shooting it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got power.
Well, not
behind it.
that, but just from a normal gun.
Yeah.
No,
You're gonna
That's
get
that didn't happen.
scary.
So what? Do you think you actually like did the work to heal from it, or did you block it out and now it's just time has passed and it is what it is?
Nah, I feel like growing up, I always thought I was something that I wasn't. Like I always thought, like in high school, like after that as well, I was like, yeah, do you know what? I'm this fucking hard guy, like blah blah. But deep down, I wasn't. Like I literally just wasn't. And then I think gradually over the time, I grew up to be that person. Eventually, but not like in a bad way.
So you
I
think you're hard now?
don't walk around with my chest
think
out.
you're hard now?
Nah, not like that.
He
Let
is
me
hard. He is
rephrase it. Let me
what we
rephrase it because I don't want to put that image out like that about me because I'm not like that. I'm not a violent person. I just put myself in a position where if I wanted to defend myself, I can.
Yeah.
But
That's a
before,
good thing,
but
though.
before
That
I
is a
couldn't.
good thing,
Before I
yeah.
couldn't. I thought I could, but I couldn't.
But I think things, you know, when you're younger, yeah, you think you're all big and bad, but things happen in life. And they
Yeah, you
change
get humbled real quick.
Mm.
Yeah, they
You
put you
get
in your
humbled.
place, innit?
Yeah, but
100%.
sometimes you get humbled and it makes you bigger and stronger
you
at
are,
the same
yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
all
So
of the
it's-
things just led up to where I am now.
Okay, I got one more question then. Are you happy that event happened, or would you change it? Like, are you happy you are the person you became because of that event, or would you go back and wish that never happened?
Nah, I'm kind of glad it did happen in a way. Because now I know how it feels to be in that position.
No, but that's just you saying that because you can't change it. Really and truly, no one wants to be in that situation.
Yeah.
Of course not. Yeah, of course you wouldn't want to
But
be.
if that situation didn't happen,
Do you
you,
think
probably
you'd be-
would not be the man you are today.
Yeah. You'd be a bit more.
That's
you'd-
like
I think you'd think
all the
you're
things
more,
that happen to
yeah,
you, I
you'd
think.
you're the shit. You'd think like I'm
Yeah,
so cool,
as long
whatever.
as you
that
just
kind
sort
of
of see it
humbles
as a
you in a
blessing
way.
or a lesson, then yeah.
Yeah,
I took both. I took a blessing and a lesson from it.
that's good though.
It taught me not to
Yeah.
hang around certain people. Definitely. That's
Definitely.
one of them. Because if I wasn't with them that day, then I wouldn't have been in
Wouldn't
that
have been in
situation.
that position, yeah.
What do you think? Have you healed from your most traumatic experience?
Yeah, you're asking
Absolutely
us
not.
all the questions. Why do
No,
you not answer
no,
the
we're gonna
questions?
answer them
We're
too, but
answering them.
obviously
Tracy
you're our
has,
guest,
you
so
haven't.
did
I
she
haven't
even answer it?
answered
She
it.
hasn't
No, as I
answered
said,
it.
so she's been answering the questions you haven't.
No, she answered the question. She
I've
has.
been answering them. This guy just wants to beef me
go on.
today
So
for no
what's,
apparent reason. I'm
so
not
have you not
saying
healed?
it. I'm not saying
That's
it,
fine.
but absolutely not. But I think as every day goes by, I'm slowly healing, and I think it's just little changes I'm making in my life, and I'm healing from it. I think gym is a big part of that as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Gym is a big part of that. But
Gym is like
You know, when
Uh,
you go to the gym, you don't think about anything except what you're
literally.
what you're doing. Like, it's like I think we went to the gym yesterday. And I think that was the first session because we've been going gym for five consecutive days now
Yeah,
in
something
a
like
row.
that.
And yesterday was the first session where I was like not thinking about anything except like I am in pain. My body's in pain. Like and it's a
Yeah,
good
because
pain.
that's
It's not-
because physical pain.
It's a good
You'd rather
pain,
have
though.
physical pain
Yeah.
over emotional pain. But I think gym for me is one of them things. If I don't
It's
go,
a nice pain.
it's the mentality thing. Like,
like
my mental
tattoos.
don't feel good.
It's a
Yeah.
bearable,
It's like tattoos. Yeah.
relieving pain.
But I
Yeah.
think slowly, I will. Like time does not heal all wounds, but I think it gets easier. So
I
maybe
hope to
it's
move on.
definitely gotten easier.
I
I'll
feel
say
like
that.
more the more events that happen in your life, that heals it.
Do you not become numb though? You know when like so much happens in life. Like you become numb and you're like, oh, that happened. Oh, okay.
Nah, I feel
I
like
think- I don't
things
know.
get things
Yeah.
get worse.
Nah.
You know, I think the
I can-
worst,
I can
the
relate to
worst,
that.
it feels.
I would
think-
say the more happens, like the more it puts you in a bad state.
Nah, I
think
think it's the
the
opposite.
Then you
opposite
just
to
feel
me.
like it's
Yeah,
one
I
thing
think it's the
after the
opposite.
other.
I think
For me,
more,
it's the opposite. I can't
Yeah.
like if something happens, like something so bad, and something bad happens again. Like I think I get numb, and I'm like, oh, okay, that happened now. Or-
I've been through worse. That this doesn't matter. For example,
Yeah.
it's like, and
Yeah,
I
I
think
hear
do
that
you
as
know,
well.
I think like the worst thing that you could possibly go through is just being in that mental state of mind where you can't do anything about it. You went through it, and now it's like you're trying to get out of it, and you
Or
can't.
if it happened to someone else and you can't
Or
do
if it-
anything to help,
yeah.
like someone you really care about
Yeah.
and you cannot do anything. That's the
Exactly.
worst feeling ever. I
Exactly.
think.
Just
It's
end up
like one of
moving
them ones where
reckless.
you can't, because you feel helpless at that point. It's like, you grow up and it's like you're in control of your life. You can do what you want. Like I can go out tomorrow and I can book a flight and I can go on holiday and no one can tell me no and no one can tell me yes. And it's just what I want to do. But I think when something happens that's completely out of your control and you genuinely couldn't have done anything to help it, you're in that state of mind where it's like you've gone back to being useless, or not useless, but it's kind of just like, I can't do anything in this. I'm still just a person who's just doing what I do in life, and then if something happens out of my control, there isn't absolutely nothing I can do to help it. And obviously it's going to affect you naturally, like, and it's like the only thing you can do is get yourself out of that situation, but there are genuinely things that you can't get yourself out of. Like it's just, you can distract yourself. Like gym is a distraction and it's a great distraction. You can distract yourself, but you can't get out of it at all. You're just there, and it's
So is
just
that why
like,
you're going gym, yeah?
that's not why I'm going to gym.
To take away your
I mean,
problems.
my traumatic experience happened 2021, and I don't think I handled it until about 6 months
Are
later.
you gonna share yours or
I'm
not?
absolutely not gonna. But I had to grieve, and when I grieved, and I'm still grieving to this day. Like, I think my sister walked into my room the other day, and she told me about a song, and then like she left, and I was like laughing about it. I was like, get out of here, why are you talking? And she left the room, and I just started crying, and it just happens. Like, you just, I think you don't, and it's a song about obviously someone who's died, but it's like you don't really, I think you think you've gotten past it, and I think that's a lot with a lot of trauma.
Nah, but someone dying, you will never get over it. That's
You will never get over it,
That's
but
a
I
different
think-
type of trauma.
But even trauma
You will
in
never get
itself,
over it.
even trauma in itself, like yes, someone dying, you'll never, because they're never gonna come back.
It depends how they died as well, man.
It depends,
Yeah,
but I
that's
think
fact,
just
that's
just
fact.
having that person stripped away from you when you had complete access to them, it's like I could pick up the phone and I can call you right now, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But now I can't pick up the phone and call you. It's like, it's weird. It messes with your mind because you think like, oh, I can't wait to tell this person this. I can't. And then it's like, it's something that it's just stops
never
now.
gonna happen.
Exactly. It's never going to happen. And I think when stuff like that happens, it's like you
That's
can get on with your
heartbreaking
life.
as-
It's heartbreaking. It's like you can get on with your life and you can do what you want and you can, get a job, get a master's, get whatever it is you want to do, make money, and your life will be fine. But then there's that like one thought in your mind, or that one person that brings up a song, or that one person, and then it's like it comes back and you're just like, I'm not actually over this. I'm just not dealing with it, or not dealing with it, but I'm just moving on from it. And it's like, there's also that. I mean, correct me if I'm sure we've all lost someone here. It's like there's also that guilt of like, I can't believe I'm actually moving on with my life and just forgetting, but I'm not really forgetting.
Nah, but you
It's
never
still
forget
there.
though. It's always
You never
there.
forget, but
I would never
you
forget.
pass to the back of your mind. It's
Yeah, but
kind of
you'll
like
never,
you don't
no,
think
but
about it daily.
I
or
don't
you
ever
feel
think that
guilty.
though. I don't ever think I've forgotten. But you have to move on with life though as well.
You have to move on.
the
with
time,
life, but
like the clock, don't stop for anybody. That's period.
it's true.
Like you could just sit in your room and grieve all day long, but make that person proud. Become
yeah.
someone that they would be proud of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you not agree?
Definitely.
I can't like the last like the last
Karen
like
was only going to be
nah,
playing
like, the
DJ.
last 3-4 years, like I've lost a lot of people, yeah. And eventually, like you said, like you mentioned before, like it gets numb. Like it's just got numb to me now.
Yeah.
You know, I swear to God, I think I must have told you not too long ago. You know, sometimes I don't know what's wrong with me. I just get numb towards everything.
Yeah, same.
Like, I think so much has happened in my life that I'm just numb. Like, Tracy could tell me something, or I could tell her something, and she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
It's true.
it's just happened
It's
again.
true.
What do you... I don't care.
Yeah.
When you're numb to things, you just don't like. There is, and I think it's so sad because I think so
It
many
is
people
sad.
our age now are
No,
just
but at
so
least it won't
numb.
affect you as much.
Yeah, but it's
then,
not
innit?
good
If you're
though
numb to
because
it,
yeah, but it's not a good thing though.
because
You should
become
be
numb to everything.
you should be intact of your feelings.
Exactly.
You
'Cause I
should be
think-
intact of your feelings. That's a
Exactly.
big
Nah,
thing.
but
You
it gets
should
me. It
be.
gets me at random points though.
You know, we have
It gets
like
me
I
at
agree.
random points.
It
I
does,
agree.
but this is what I was saying. Is that it's
bro.
just random, a song or a verse or just hearing someone say like a certain
anything.
quote that someone used to say, and you hear it, and you're just like, oh, he used to say that, or she used to say that. It's very weird. It's very.
It's like, you know
kind
when
of
you're
like-
driving, have you ever had this? You know when you're driving and that one song will come
That
on and you
one
just start
song,
tearing
oh,
up and
and
you're
you
like,
start-
bro,
yeah.
I'm married, it's broad daylight. People are going to be seeing me driving
You know,
past
we
quickly
do this.
tearing
We
up.
literally, I think this very important in our
it's very
friendship.
important we do this
We
a
have
lot.
this thing in our friendship where sometimes we'll meet up and we'll just like be driving around or whatever, going to get some food or whatever. And I'll just like one of us, whoever's driving, the person who's controlling the music will just play sad music, and it's very.
We'll have like
important.
2 hours of it and
yeah,
we'll just
and we'll just
put
really
up the music and we'll
it's
just be in
true.
our zone.
And I think
like,
it's so
Oh, that's my shit,
important
yeah.
to do
That
that.
was a
It's
shut-
so
shut me.
we do
important.
that at least once a week. Like
Because the
literally.
thing is, exactly, because we know we're both hurt. Like she's hurt about something, I'm hurt about something. We don't necessarily have to talk about it, but just hearing sad music, it's like
Listen,
you're
I don't
thinking-
even like talking.
you're
Like, so
getting-
me, I don't like
The
talking.
thing is, I think she doesn't like talking. I talk when I'm yacked. so it's
So
just-
do I, to be fair. But other than that, I don't like talking. What are you doing? She has sweaty hands. She's
My
got,
hands are
I
always
got clammy
sweaty.
hands. But I think it's
fucking hell.
important.
oh yeah,
to
you
kind of-
always get sweaty hands too. He gets sweaty hands.
Bro, I
too.
just, I
God,
could even.
twins!
I just felt that.
Huh?
I just felt the sweat.
Obviously.
Oh no, Tracy,
Fucking
stop.
hell.
But I do think it's important. I think it's important to dedicate time to really feeling your emotions, because if you don't, you just become so like closed up to feeling anything, and then something
It's
happens.
hard to
someone
feel
walks
things
out your-
sometimes
exactly.
too, though. That's the problem.
It's very hard to feel things. I think when you feel things, it makes you feel weaker than you actually are.
It's
And
vulnerable, isn't
it's
it? To
very
feel things,
vulnerable.
it's vulnerable. And I think if you've been hurt, you don't like to feel vulnerable, especially depending on how you've been hurt. I don't think you want to feel vulnerable again.
I think this is a very important question to ask, and it's about, obviously we've spoken about, you know, healing and whatever. Do you think you can heal whilst you're in a relationship with someone?
Oh, this is actually very
Yeah, of
important.
course.
Oh, that's a mad
Do you
question.
think
If
you
it's the
can
right
heal?
person.
Okay,
yeah.
wait. AJ,
Definitely.
go first. Go on.
Of course you can.
Okay, why do you think that?
Because
Because
if it's the right person, it's the right
yes,
person, isn't it? As long as she ain't a fucking bitch, is gonna fuck your shit out.
Yeah, but do you think you can?
Yeah, but
as
you
in,
don't know
let's
that,
say-
bro.
No, but,
let's
like-
say you got
Yeah, but you
trauma.
do know that, because you wouldn't be in
AJ.
the relationship.
But
bro.
how
Yeah, but
can
bro,
you?
she
Ain't gonna
could
jump
be
into it.
a
Wait.
she could be a bitch
Guys.
like a year after.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, true.
I'm not
Okay,
clicking
AJ,
again,
wait.
bro. I'm not clicking.
So you're telling me if it's the right person, you can heal. You can heal. You've had a traumatic experience here. So you're telling me if the girl is right, you can heal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What do you say?
yeah,
Yeah.
Actually,
You think
nah.
you can heal whilst you're in a
Nah, you
relationship?
yeah,
If
100%.
He's
if
thought
you
about
can't
it.
heal from it, then she could probably help you make it easier, but you still won't ever heal.
Nah,
innit?
if you can't heal while you're with her, you're gonna make her worse. You're
Okay,
gonna
can I,
but
can I
you're
ask a
gonna
question?
break her. You're gonna
Let
break
me-
her.
Wait,
What
wait,
if
wait,
you can
no,
never
let
heal
Karen,
then?
let Karen
Then
answer.
what?
Huh?
Wait.
What if you can never heal
If you
from
can't
your...
heal, if you can't heal while you're with her in the
Let them have it
relationship,
out.
then you shouldn't be with her. Simple as, because then you're not ready for her. You shouldn't be wasting her time, bro.
Okay, so what do you think personally to you?
I don't agree with that.
Why?
Because you're,
Tracy
because
said-
you're thinking
Sit
about a
back,
different
sit back,
experience,
sit
your
back.
different traumatic experience. My one was different. My one, I will never heal
Nah,
from.
but the question is, would you be able to heal while in a relationship? So say for example, yeah.
No, but if she's the right person, she can make it easier. But you still won't
And
heal.
this is each to your own, by the way.
Yeah, but then
There's
all
no
you're
right
all you're
answer.
doing, all
This
you're
is
doing,
to
all
you-
you're doing
you
is
guys
putting all of your
personally.
weight on that person's
Yeah,
shoulders.
but this
No,
is
you're
to you
not.
guys
Don't get me
personally
wrong.
what
Don't get
you
me wrong.
think, innit?
I've been in a place where I've had to heal someone. It's not easy.
Me?
I do believe you
my
can.
face.
You can heal like in a relationship, but it depends. It all depends. Like there's certain things that you can be traumatized from a previous relationship that this person that's coming in can give you all of that. That will eventually
that
heal
part,
you.
yeah.
It will, but
It
then
depends on what you're
I don't
trying to
think
heal
it will.
from, innit?
It can.
It could. It could.
it
But
can.
I-
Just
Fully
say
depends
it
on
can.
the
It
scenario.
Yeah,
can't.
but
It can.
that's listen. This is his bit, yeah. So don't tell him you
Yeah, listen,
disagree
don't
right now.
inter-
Let him
listen.
talk.
You see
You're
when I'm
getting too excited.
you see when I'm
today.
speaking, yeah?
Don't you think she's too excited
You
today?
see when I'm speaking, don't talk. No,
Yeah,
I
do
need to
not
cut.
talk.
I need to cut.
This
I
is a
chill down,
therapy
I chill down.
session.
Go on.
I will say what I have to
No,
say.
no. This is a therapy session, so you need to, you know.
Talk your shit, guys.
I am talking my shit. Let me cook.
Let me cook.
Fucking hell, what are you cooking, bro?
I'm cooking, bro. You can heal that person. You trust me, you can, because it's been done before. But If it's not working and you still don't feel the self-love and self-care for yourself, then you shouldn't be with that person. You shouldn't waste that. In a man's position, you shouldn't waste the girl's time. Because that girl, in that time, you're just putting all your weight on her shoulders. She's taking on all your stress. She's wasting her time trying to fix you. But then, like, she could be living her own life. When she comes to that certain point where she's like, I can't save this guy, you're gonna get hurt even more. So now you're gonna have double trauma. And then she's gonna go and find someone else even better, and then gone.
Nah, but you as a man should like do the right things in it to help yourself heal.
Of course,
You
but
don't
then
always have to put that on
I'm
them.
speaking about all men. I'm not speaking about me. If it's me individually, I'll make it work. If I'm healing someone, then I'll make it work. Or if that person's healing me, then I'll make it work. And then like some people just can't do that.
Okay,
And that's why people
fair
cheat.
Enough.
Okay, AJ, do you have anything else?
AJ went already.
Do you have anything to say?
I mean, I'll answer the question. So yeah, I guess I have something to say. Okay, I think it depends what you're healing on.
Yep.
Like it
Yeah.
depends what you're actually healing. It could, if it's a past
100%.
relationship, yeah, you shouldn't be in another relationship personally
Until you've
healed.
Yep.
Because that, if it's something like
you're just gonna carry
family
on.
related or like someone's passed away or something like that, yeah, you can genuinely get in another relationship and that person will heal you in a sense of like
They won't heal you.
won't-
They'll make
this-
it easier.
Wait, yeah, in a sense of like no one can ever heal someone passing away or something that's happened in your personal life, but someone new coming into your life and giving you the support and love you need, maybe
Yeah.
that you're not feeling at that current time, that
Yeah.
will make things easier. And I think that will make you do things that maybe you don't want to do alone. You know, when someone comes in to kind of be your support system, it will help. So I think it's possible, but it depends what you're healing from.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of like that on that one. Tracy, go on, since you're so excited.
I definitely agree with what she just said, but I do think that it doesn't just depend on what you're healing from. It also depends on where you're at with your own self-love. I think if there's certain things that can happen to yourself that can make you either devalue yourself or kind of see yourself as like less than. And a lot of people, I think, me included in the past, like you'd get into things to make someone feel you, to have someone make you feel some type of like self-worth, or not self-worth, but kind of just like make you feel something. If you don't feel something, you just make you feel something, like, you know, you've got someone there, you've got someone to talk to, you've got someone to vent to or whatever, or even just entertainment. I think we've all been there, like just having someone there for entertainment purposes.
That's mad.
And I think and I think it's one of them ones, yeah, where it's I don't think anyone can heal you from what you've gone through. But like Nav said, if it's something like you're grieving someone who's died, or for example, it's something that's completely out of your control that's happened in your childhood, of course someone can help you deal with that. But if you're not prepared to handle that, like if you're not prepared to handle it head on, there is no way you can get with someone and not be prepared to deal with it. And because that person is gonna bring out that
But
vulnerability.
sometimes
in you.
it's so bad you don't even know how to deal with it, or you can't.
Yeah, but this is what
or
I'm
you're
saying.
just stuck
I think
in that phase.
if you
for a
are
little
open
while.
to that vulnerability coming out, then that person can absolutely help you. Like it does, because just by loving you,
Nah, but
I think
They're just
regardless,
loving
you need time first. No?
yeah.
if
I
they
think you
can't
do. I
relate
think you do.
to the scenario, they can't do much to help.
That's
But it's
actually
not
true
about
as well.
that's true.
That
but
is
Which
it's
is
not about
where
relating,
you'll feel
though.
like it's not working, but it's not their fault and it's not your fault.
Yeah, but you know, if you can't, like, for example, yeah, if I tell you, like, as my friend, yeah, look, I don't know, this happened to me and it hasn't happened to you, you can only just give me
Yeah.
so much advice. But if it's
You might
happened
not
to
even
you
imagine
too, you
what it
can
was like.
actually relate and
But
we
I
can have
can-
a
I
mad
think
conversation
that's-
about it, or you can make me feel better, I can make
That
you
is
feel
true.
better.
And I think with grief specifically, because obviously I think a lot of us our age are grieving at this
Yeah.
point, because we're getting to an age where, you know, grandparents are dying or friends are
Yeah.
dying, whatever. And I think like just with grief specifically, I think you don't necessarily have to relate to me, but just hear what I like. Sometimes I just want to vent. I don't want
All the damn time, don't even.
I just
all the time. You know,
I don't want you
wait.
to help me. I don't want you to give me
Tracy,
solutions.
Can I
just
say
wanna vent.
something quickly? You know, this girl, yeah,
I do know her, yeah.
calls me at any hour of the day, any hour of the night. I pick up the phone. Nav,
You do the same sometimes. It's not just me. Sometimes.
Tracy, I've maybe done that like 2-3 times.
She does that less. She does that less.
2-3
but she does
times.
do
You
that
do
too.
it at least once a week
Because I
without
trust
fail.
you. Because I trust you. Because
Without
our
fail.
friendship allows me to come to her at any
She
time of
screams
night.
down the phone. I
And
just
I will,
want you guys
I
to
will
know.
cuss whoever I need to cuss out. And it won't even be something crazy. Like, I think there have been times where I've told you, listen,
Nah,
I'm
it's
calling
mostly
because,
work stuff, I
yeah,
can't
it's
lie.
mostly work stuff because she works with me. But I think there's times where I'll call her and I'll just be like, listen, I am feeling so bad. And I think before I even met her, even with my other friends who I was very close to, and I'm still very close to, it's like, I can call you and tell you I feel like shit, but I'm probably not gonna do that. But because with her, I know she's gonna pick up the phone. I know she's gonna be like, "What's up?" I know. Listen, I might call once and she'll hang up the phone if she's busy. But if I call twice and 3 times, she'll message me. She'll be like, "What?" And then I'll be like, "Listen, we need to. I'm upset. I'm hurt. There's something going on." And she will call me. I know that this girl will never hesitate. Don't look at me like that. She will never hesitate to call me if I need help. So,
Of course.
and then sometimes I'll just call her and I'll be like, "Listen, I am feeling like trash. I feel bad. I don't know why I feel bad."
But like,
the other day-
Tracy, I'm coming to get
Exactly,
you, or
she'll
come
be like,
to me. Let's
Listen,
go.
the other day I was getting cramps. I was feeling aggy. I was feeling groggy. I walked out of work. She came to my house with a care package and drove off. Like literally,
Care package,
she
yeah?
dropped off the care package.
What was in the care
It wasn't a
package?
care package.
The
What was
care
in the
pack-
care
I don't know,
package?
What
there
was in the
it
care
It was like
package?
2 Ben and Jerry's ice creams
Yeah.
and like this
What?
Mogu drink and like a Bueno because she knows I like Buenos. And it was just, it's important. You know, it's important to have those, even if it's a partner or if it's a friend, a relationship of some sort. It's important to have that because she didn't need to hear what I had to vent about. Like most of the time, I don't think you need to hear what I want. Like even with you, I know when she's upset. And I'll ask her what's wrong, and she doesn't like talking for shit. So it's like I'll know there's something wrong, but I'll do something small just to kind of make it feel better, even if she doesn't want to talk to
You
me
know
about
what this
it.
girl did? This girl, okay, so you know if we have a plan to go out and she flops, I don't care. I really don't care. If she flops on gym, I get pissed off because I don't like that. If you flop on gym, I'm getting angry.
I know.
She flopped on gym and I was mad. And then she must have come outside my house and she left a bloody protein bar on my wheel.
It's
the
the
wheel of
protein
my
bar
car.
that she liked. She liked the Oreo protein
No, I
bars.
appreciated it, but
You're lucky
I
I
just-
never caught you doing that. That would have
she
been
left
jokes.
it on my steering wheel.
That's some
look at your
psycho
website, you will see
shit, bro.
it.
She left it on your
But
steering
I just
wheel.
left it on her.
Not my steering wheel, my wheel.
Her wheel. Like I
Yeah.
literally just messaged her. I was like, "Listen, driver's seat, front wheel. Don't drive off without it." Basically,
I was so confused.
and
I was
she
like,
was
what?
very confused. She was like, "Did you leave a bomb under my car?" What? I left her a protein bar, and but I do think it is the small things. It's the
It is
small
the
things.
small
It's like
things. The small
and
things
you don't
matter.
need to know why I'm upset. You don't, and she even told me she was upset that day, but she wasn't angry at me. Like she wasn't like times where she would refuse to talk to me when I didn't go gym. She wasn't like that, but she like it's the small things. You know, you don't need to be. I don't need to tell you what's wrong for you for
the
me to be
small
heard.
things are so important with friends, relationships, parents,
everything.
anything. Small things are
Yeah,
very important.
because I'm someone and you're someone, and I think you two, from the way you've been
We are
talking,
someone.
are
We are someone.
We are
He's someone
we
too.
don't-
We are definitely
Oh, hello
someone.
there.
are people that I don't like to talk about my feelings. She doesn't like to talk about her more so
Listen,
than me.
I don't like talking
but
about
I
nothing.
think
I can't
it's
lie.
It
important
depends
to
on
have
who it
those
is.
people.
It
Exactly.
depends on who
I,
it
I
is.
don't
It
want
No
It
one does,
does.
innit?
I
But
don't
you
wanna
can
have-
sort of
No,
heal together.
listen, some
innit?
people love talking about their
Some
feelings.
people
Don't
do
get
love.
twisted.
Listen, when it's work related, you will hear me.
I reckon if someone's talking
yapping
about their
it.
feelings, they're talking about it for attention.
Yes.
And nothing
Not
else.
not all the
I
time
don't
though.
not
I don't
all the
think.
time. I think
You know,
it
some people
depends
are
who
very
you talk to
open now.
about.
Some people are very
Yeah.
open though. Like, I don't know how. Like,
I
you
think-
know, to me, when I see these people, like, I could be at work, for example, yeah, and I met this person for the first time on this shift. They're telling me the whole life story. You know,
Yeah, I
you know, sometimes
remember.
I sit there and wonder, and I'm like, how do you have it in you to do that? I could never do that. Like, I could not even if I wanted
Yeah.
to. I couldn't do that to my own friends. How are you doing that to me and you don't know me? It makes me feel weird, but
It's true. But I think it's those friendships and those relationships, even most importantly, relationships, because friendships you'll have it anyway, especially if you've known each other for a long period of time. But with relationships, it's important to have that person who doesn't need to hear what's wrong. They don't need to hear what's upsetting you. They know something's
They're just
up
there
and
for
they're
you.
just there. They're just like
very
I'm here
important.
if you need me. If you need to go for a drive for 2-3 hours, I'm here. We can go for a drive. I don't need to hear why you're upset. We can blaze Mario and Neo and Chris Brown, whatever it is.
Mario.
That is his name,
Mario.
Mario, sorry.
What's Blaze?
Like just on as in music.
What's
As in
Blaze?
music in the car, we can just have that
Oh,
playing.
that kind of
and not
Blaze,
talk
yeah.
about
Look how
anything.
happy he got.
Do you
Look
know how
happy
many
he
times
got.
me and her will sit in the car and just not talk? We won't talk. I'll just be playing song after song.
And we're
after
just
song
deep
after-
in life.
And we're just really deep in life. And there's
It's
nothing.
important. It's important.
She's not upset. I'm not upset. But we are really thinking about what life decisions or whatever it is that we've made, and we don't have to talk about it. We can. We do sometimes. We don't have to talk
Very
about
rarely
it.
though.
Very rarely, exactly. But
rarely.
it does help. We call them therapy sessions. We call them sad moments. You know, you just wanna. What do you say? I wanna sit in my gloom. Is that
Oh
what
no!
you say?
I say I want to be dark and tormented today.
She says she wants to be dark and tormented, and I hear the message. I sit in her car, I get in
I
the
literally
whip,
be like,
and I play
"This
sad
is a
and
dark and
tormented
tormented
music.
day."
And that's just what happens. And I think it's very important to have
Is.
those friendships, because if you don't, like, some people don't like talking about their feelings, some people do. If you don't like talking about your
You can
feelings,
talk in another way though. You don't have to use words.
you can talk with music. You can.
And
talk with-
sometimes you might only talk to like one or two people.
yeah,
It's true.
it's true. And but
Do you
regardless-
feel like there's a way that you can talk through music?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the
Bro.
music you listen to.
100%.
Listen,
think
if
so.
if you meet AJ for example, yeah, and he's playing a certain type of music that whole day, you're gonna know what's going on. Like it's that easy, no?
A lot of people do that to me as well, you know.
It's that
I'll be
because
playing the
I
tune
would
and
know.
they'll be
Look,
like,
like
"What's
if
wrong?"
she gets in my car and I'm playing a certain set of music, she's gonna know what's up. It's
I
that
know.
simple.
Yeah.
And the moment I connect to the Bluetooth, I start playing that type of music too.
I know what's
It's
up
just-
straight
yeah,
away. It's-
exactly.
Bro, imagine we walked into the shop today. Sydney was trimming his client, bro. He's listening to like slow jams, bro. Like slow jams.
Who's got you falling in love, AJ?
Sydney.
Sydney's got you falling
Sydney's
in love.
falling in love.
Sydney was fucking. He's talking about Sydney, bro.
Do you think, yeah, your trauma, or let's say all of your trauma, yeah, affects your ability to receive love from anyone,
Yeah.
friends, partners?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think that? Then I'm gonna go to you.
Why?
Why? Why do you think that personally to you?
Because obviously, if you, let me phrase it. Let me phrase it to something that I've experienced. Yeah. So, say for example, you're in a relationship and you've experienced a new type of love, and then that person just shows you a completely different side to them. That's traumatizing, because then you've all you've thought the whole time is, yeah, this is gonna be like this is gonna be like this, and then it just takes a big U-turn. That's trauma. What's the question again?
Do you think your trauma affects your ability to receive love?
Oh yeah, 100%. So like now, like when people show me like love, I find it weird. Not weird,
Why?
but like I don't know, because I don't expect it anymore.
Yes. Okay.
Like, I
AJ?
don't expect it anymore. I don't get it. But even when I do get it, it's I find it like I was like, shit, what the fuck is that?
I get that. I actually agree with that.
Yeah,
Does your trauma affect your ability to receive, love?
Receive love from who?
Anyone,
Anyone.
friends,
Family.
relationship, family, anyone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Because
why?
you might have like just experienced a trauma. You might still be going through a phase.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they're trying to do to make you happy, you're just gonna be throwing it in the bin, innit? And they're gonna get pissed off.
That's true.
Okay.
That's one example. That's all I
Tracy?
can think of, really.
I think your trauma definitely does affect your ability to receive love. I think it depends where your trauma comes from, but I think trauma within a relationship, for example, would definitely affect your ability to receive love, because when you get with someone new who is healthy and who is good for you and they're giving you everything you need, you don't receive it in that way, because you automatically think to yourself, I've been in this situation before and it's not gone well. But I also think that your ability to receive love affects it is dependent on any type of trauma, because I think, let's say for example, we go back to the example of grief, because that's so unlikely to affect your ability to receive love. It's like when you're grieving, you can't receive love from people in a way that you kind of think to yourself they're gonna leave anyway, so there's no point that in me getting
It's
close.
like self-sabotage. Let me
Yeah,
ruin it first before
Exactly,
it happens to
it's
me.
one of them ones. It's
Yeah.
like
I get that.
I don't want to get close to you, because if I get close to you and you leave in any way, shape, or form, whether that's you dying or you
That's
go to another
abandonment
country,
issues.
that is abandonment issues. It is,
I
and I, think
wouldn't
there
say
is
it's
that
just
thing
that,
where it's
though.
like
No, it's not
even
just that,
going
but
back
that
to
has
that-
a form of abandonment issues.
even going back to grief in general, you know, I think especially when I've like sort of experienced grief in my past, I always think you've abandoned me. Like, you actually suck. I don't think I miss you. Obviously, I think I miss you and all of that, but that's not the main thought. In my head, I'm so angry because you had so much to live for and you didn't live, and it pisses me off. Like, it upsets me. It genuinely, like, it's one of them ones where it's just like, I'm so angry at you for going. It's like, but I can't blame you, because death takes everyone at the end, innit? But at the same time, it's like you do take it personally, and I guess that's selfish in a way. But it's like whatever you get into, you don't give as much as you gave to that person or to anyone because you don't want to feel that kind of abandonment again. And I think honestly, I do strongly believe that your trauma affects your ability to receive love, because if you haven't dealt with your trauma, it's a lot harder for someone to give you love and for you to actually receive it wholly. You might receive it partly, you might receive a little bit of it, you might receive like sort of the gesture that, cool, they want to give me love, but you don't receive it all, because if you receive it all, then you are at risk of hurting yourself, and you don't want to do that. So I absolutely believe that trauma affects your ability to receive love.
I hear it.
What
I
do you
agree.
think?
I agree. I think it depends. Do you know what? Furthermore, no. All trauma, whether it's childhood, relationships, anything, it affects your ability to receive love. And that's purely because I think we're all so damaged. Like, do you know how sad
You
it
should
is?
always
But
have your guard up, innit?
me, that's how I feel. I feel like even like with friends, like, you know how long it took me to open up to this girl? Like, such a long time.
I've still
I
not
always
been
have my
inside her
guard
house.
up. You should know this too, actually, Feb. I always have my guard up, regardless. Like, if I know, I could know this girl's 100% down for me or whatever it is, but I have my guard up because being vulnerable is you're
sucks.
more easy to get hurt. But regardless, if you've had trauma, it's like Karen said, yeah.
Karen.
Karen, whatever.
Karen.
Karen. I'm gonna call you Karen.
Karen.
Karen. Like Karen said, yeah. Look, I did the hand gesture for you as well.
You might
Which
start
one?
calling
Which
her
one?
Navdeep.
This one. Yeah, this one.
Are you?
What is that?
The
I was
man,
gonna
the
do
man don't
something,
know
but
about
let
this
me
one.
not even. Regardless of what trauma it is, it's definitely hard to receive love because you don't expect it. Like you said, you don't. If you've been so hurt, especially if it's from your parents or something like that, yeah, you're not gonna be able to receive love from anyone because the first people that were supposed to love you when you're, born or whatever, the first people that were supposed to do everything for you, if they don't give you love, then of course you're not gonna receive it from anyone. Facts. Like friendships, nothing. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So I agree with all of you. I can't lie. Well done, guys.
We finally agreed on something altogether. Finally.
Just about. We got there.
Just
got there.
about.
We got there. in the end.
Honestly.
Go on. Guys, I think this is a very funny one, but it's also crazy. Do you think that the actions that you make stem from your inner child? You know how everyone says you've got an inner child in you, and there's certain things that heal that inner child and there's certain things that don't. Do you think that the actions you make are a result of your inner child, what your inner child needs or what they want to do or what they would have done when they were younger? Yeah?
In what way? In what way? In what way though? In what way?
In
I don't
any
wanna
way,
share
any
it, though, 'cause
actions
I
that
don't
you
like
make.
it.
Huh?
I don't want to share it though because I don't like it. It's
That's
a
okay.
bad
you don't
thing.
need to
That's
share
okay.
it.
You don't need to share it.
Yeah, but in what way? Give me like a.
Just like, so for example, your inner child may not have had love when they were growing up. So do you think you naturally
Gravitate towards someone that loves you.
someone who loves you, yeah, or someone
yeah,
who's giving
yeah,
you a lot?
Yeah, 100%.
I agree. I can't lie. Me too.
I think your decisions.
I agree. Me too.
I think that your actions do
Football
stem.
friends.
Trauma friends.
Oh, trauma friends, cycle friends.
Oh my god, we're all trauma friends.
Can I please talk?
No, you've been talking the
No,
whole damn
be
podcast. Let
quiet.
us talk. You should.
You want to be talking about we're all
Football
friends?
friends.
Oh yeah, fun fact. This is a fun. This is a
Dolphins.
pretty psycho fun fact. Yeah,
Pretty sorry.
we watched. Me and him.
Fun
Me
fact.
and him rewatched the podcast. Which one was it? The album, the one that we did together. Yeah. Every time we forwarded the video, no matter random number, you're talking.
Do you think, it's better to make certain mistakes when you're younger versus when you're older?
You will always make mistakes.
No, I know, but certain mistakes.
Certain mistakes.
Because I know people from our school,
Obviously,
yeah.
the sooner you
Go
make
on.
them, the better. Because the sooner you're learning,
I
and you're gonna
agree.
do it again.
I
But you
agree.
can't.
Yeah, but you
always-
can't decide.
You can't always
to
No,
make
you
determine
can't
when
decide
it's
it, but
gonna
I'm
happen.
asking you guys now. You're grown.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
men.
Of course.
Or maybe, anyways.
Otherwise, I'll still be out.
That's just a
clubbing and
mindset
doing
thing, man.
mad shit.
That's just a mindset thing.
Literally, nah. Maturity comes into it a lot as well.
It
Yeah.
does. Maturity
I
comes
need to
into it a
mature
lot.
with age naturally.
And you know,
anyway.
guys don't really mature till when... How old is it? When they're like 27?
30, 28,
30,
28.
yeah.
I'll still won't mature. I'll still.
Guys,
be,
we're
I'll still be
shouting
Nah, I
out
feel
over
like
here.
you still got.
What, did you just mumble?
You two still got a whole new level of maturity to
Oh
hit yet.
fuck
But
off.
I mean, first
Nah,
of all, that's
seriously.
crazy.
No, bro.
Nah, of course.
I
Personally,
disagree with
AJ,
that.
I
I
can
would
see it.
not
Do you know
have
why?
that if
I
I
can
was
see it.
you.
Do you know why? Because look, you lot might not see it, yeah, but a lot of people see me switch up from how I start fucking around to actually go and be a professional
but I don't
businessman
mean it. I don't
that's
mean it in a
doing his
bad
thing,
way.
innit?
I'm saying that.
I know you're not saying it in a bad way, but I wouldn't see it as that because I am mature, but when I have to be in it.
That's the thing. I think a lot
Otherwise,
of
I'm
And
a
that's
bubbly,
childhood.
funny,
That's
fucking
about
That
your
is
childhood.
yes,
That's
yes.
about your childhood.
Yeah,
No,
AJ,
I
you
mean,
know
like-
that
is.
Huh?
that is about your
I mean, like,
childhood.
you've still
If
got
you're-
levels
if
of
you-
maturity
if
to
you as
hit,
a
yeah.
child,
Nah.
okay.
Listen,
Let me
if
ask
you
you a
can
question.
fuck
Let me
out
ask
and
you a
go
question.
to
Young, bro.
businessman, then
You
fair
can
enough.
know.
Let me
You
ask you a
have
question.
Bro,
Let me
I'm
ask you a
telling
question, yeah?
I was mature. I was doing my thing when I had to be.
That's
That's
what
it.
I'm saying. Listen, what
I think a lot of men are
leading
like
on to
that,
what
though.
AJ's saying.
It's
Do
that
you
simple.
really think it? So, for example, people that are, and I think you'll vouch for me when I say this.
Go on.
People that are very sort of like they can switch up at any moment and be childish and be happy and be like, you know, like just kind of like that. But at the same time, I'm like that. You're like that. You've seen me switch up to be very serious. You know, there's moments where you just switch, and I think it, as Nav was saying, it does relate to your childhood. If you as a child were always responsible and you were always the person that people went to or the person that looked after or the person that would get blamed for everything or whatever, you naturally want to live it up. You want to be happy. You want to
That was all me, I swear.
that you want to heal that part of yourself that never got to sort of like
I can't
let
lie. I
loose.
think we're all like, I don't know about you, but I'm
What?
like that too. I'm
What,
very
what?
unserious.
Exactly.
I like to be immature, but when I need to be serious,
Yeah. She
I'm
needs
on
to be
job.
serious.
Alright,
She's on
cool.
job.
It's that
Let me
simple.
let me ask a person outside this podcast. Yeah, am I mature sometimes? Yeah. See.
Yeah, so we're all like that then.
We're not saying you're not mature.
We're not,
but just
yeah.
trying to
No,
say
immature,
we're
like
all
immature.
The way
I can
us
be-
three are here now, yeah.
Bro, if
Then
you
the
see
way
us
us
three,
three
if you
are
see
at
us
the
three
office.
behind
Exactly.
the camera,
Oh, listen,
different.
I
Yeah,
already know. I
exactly.
can already
Exactly.
imagine it. Trust me, I can imagine
the
it.
second
I
us
can-
three walk into the office, bro, we're businessmen. As soon as
Exactly.
we walk out, bro, we're going Nando's and doing.
That's it,
and-
bro.
Yeah, but that's how
and
it should
sending
be,
it,
though.
bro.
That's how it should
yeah.
be, though, anyways.
We're doing
You should
donuts
be
in the car
healing
park.
your inner child regardless of how you heal them, to be fair. If you need to be letting loose and letting part
Listen,
whatever,
guys, life, you know, sometimes it's not that serious.
Life's too short to
As-
be fucking
facts,
mature
I
24/7.
agree.
Yeah,
need to be.
I'm
Saying
not.
it,
I'm not
chatting
saying
shit.
like.
coming from a bunch of 24 and 23-year-olds, listen, life is too, what did you say? Say it
Short.
again.
Life is too short.
Short to be serious.
Listen, life is life and juice is juice.
Listen, life is what you make
Life
it.
is life
but
and juice.
Psychos will always be psychos.
psychos will always be psychos.
Pretty psychos will always be.
Yeah, we're pretty psychos. Just at least if you're gonna say it, put some respect on our name, but, you know. it's fine.
Okay, right.
Now let's let them. Do you have anything to ask before we end this? Because
Nah, I think we
you
can
know.
add it, we can carry this on in part 2.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is gonna be the end of this episode. Part 2 is gonna be on Karen's podcast, Just Juice. Check it out.
Karen.
Tracy,
Karen,
give the little outro.
Listen, we're sorry this was so short-lived. Honestly, we would have loved to carry on yapping
Bro,
yapping.
Are
till
you
the
not mad?
day's
We are
end.
carrying on. This is going to be a part 2.
We will be, as Karen just said, we will be
Karen.
carrying Karen.
Karen, you're saying
Oh, fuck, you know.
As
saying
you just
Karen,
said,
it's easier.
we will
Just call me
continue
CEO,
this
call me
on
CEO.
part 2, and it's
Shut
going to be
up.
lit. Make sure you watch it. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you watch Just Juice. I don't know, episode number.
I don't do episode numbers no more. I don't
69.
know.
He doesn't.
Damn.
He's got so
Listen,
many.
it's part
he doesn't do
2
numbers.
with Pretty Psycho Podcast. It's that simple.
See you guys. Bye.